everybody, welcome back to another video. Something a little different for me. This is my shop. I kind of built it out of what was already here. Let's take a look. Stay tuned. I know lots of YouTubers are doing I built the biggest, I built the best, I built the most expensive, whatever shop on YouTube. Well, this is not one of those videos. This was an existing woodworking shop on my property, and we had used it for storage for the last several years, but several months ago I thought it was time to go ahead and convert it into another garage. And just to give you some perspective, for those of you that have watched my other videos, there is the auto barn right there, which I did a video series on a few years ago. And typically these kind of videos don't do very well on my channel, but I don't care. I really wanted to show what I did with this. So starting on the outside, there, it's better with no sun glare. I actually built a door right there, and I'll show you. It's just simple out of plywood and some scrap wood. And what it does is it basically hides lots of junk. Stolen shopping cart, ladders, things like that. So it's much better closed when you don't see it. Anyway, and I will insert some pictures. This door opening was not here. It was just a double, kind of like a man door. Certainly you couldn't fit a car through it. But as you can see, I ended up cutting the stucco, took a couple feet off of that side and built these doors, and they are almost identical to the ones on the auto barn over there, which I did a few years ago, with the exception of these have windows. I really wanted to do these kind of Spanish style windows. So I ended up adding these at the last minute, and I really like them. Everything on here is just off of Amazon or Home Depot. The doors themselves are, I got 2 sheets of T111 plywood, then applied the cedar trim, applied these, they're called clavos. They're on Amazon. They're just big decorative nails basically, and built the trim. The outside was already stuccoed, but I did basically have to patch it in a couple areas, and I'm actually really happy with, you can't even tell where it was patched. And I did end up painting the whole outside of this again. I'll show you around the side here. Nothing fancy to see around the side, but this building is actually 15 by 30. So it's a real good sized shop and garage. Okay, that's that. Opening up the door here. This is the inside of the door. Again, it's just plywood with some 2x4 reinforcement around it, and the actual window trim. And this is actually not glass, it's Lexan, made for windows, so hopefully it should hold up pretty well. But both of these doors open, and as you can see, we'll take a look inside. Taking a look at the inside of the doors. I realize the light is kind of harsh, but I ended up using trim that I already had, and I actually spent very little to convert this. You can see on the floor, you can see where the wall used to be, and this used to be just the opening. There were two man doors there, but the inside of this, there is plenty of room in here. I could easily fit another car if I wanted to kind of rearrange things and maybe move or get rid of that workbench. Easily 2 cars could fit side by side. And because it's 30 feet deep, I've got a lounge area. And with the exception of just a couple things, everything in here is used or something we already had. I already had the fan, installed that. Got this kind of 2 recliner sofa off of Facebook Marketplace, I think, or OfferUp, one of the two, I can't remember. The old dresser we already had, painted it black. I ended up picking up this vintage Onkyo receiver and a pair of these vintage Hitachi speakers. And this is about 40 years old. I assume the speakers are about the same, but this I got on eBay, and it was actually remanufactured, rebuilt. I got it from a stereo guy, and he replaced all the lights with LEDs, cleaned it, tested everything. It works great. I'm in love with this Onkyo, and it is a TX 2000. The TV is a 50-inch cheapy 4K TCL from Amazon. I think it was 319 bucks. The most expensive thing in here, and I love it. I like to come out here in the evenings and turn everything on, watch a movie. I did paint this back wall blue, and it was yellow. And I did fill in with some plywood on the sides there. As you can see, it was kind of open like that. So as far as the stereo goes, I did add kind of a Bluetooth dongle right there, which allows me to broadcast, you know, Apple Music and things like that. So super happy with that. This TV, I actually got some Govee LED strip lights that go around there, and I did not buy the ones with the camera. I probably will end up doing that. The ones that color change and with the dynamic light change, you know, as far as the movie or whatever you're watching. But those are like 90 bucks, so that's not a priority. Did get some movie posters, a few of my favorite movies. And this side over here. See, and the glare is pretty bad. There you go, there's that. And then this over here is gonna be a work in progress. I'm actually gonna do a pallet bar. I saw a picture of a pallet bar, and I just need to kind of find a set of matching pallets, and then I'll do the pallet bar right there. I may end up filling this in with more plywood, not sure. But one thing for sure is I hate this yellow color, and it was here already. It was, this building was freshly painted right before the previous owners put the house for sale. So it's actually in really good shape. It's just ugly. I actually call it phlegm yellow, but I want to do white walls, and I'm going to do a dark brown ceiling. Kind of, I'll insert a picture here, what I want it to look like. Some LED lights off of Amazon. I got 4 of them, and this place is lit up very well at night, so that is not an issue. The workbench was already here. It's kind of goofy. It's huge. It's a huge workbench, but it was here, and it's got some storage underneath. I can tell the original owner of this house, he definitely built this himself, which is fine. It weighs about 75,000 pounds, and so it's gonna stay for now. I actually do have this air conditioner, and I have ordered a through-the-wall vent, so I'm going to permanently install it probably later today. There's the hose. This is the kind that actually goes through the window, but I'm going to install it permanently, so this will have AC, and there's a little heater right there. I haven't really used it yet, but who knows if it'll make a dent. But no insulation in this place, so it's not like it's, you know, super efficient. Looking back from this way, as you can see, there's plenty of room. I could easily fit another small car in here, And if I didn't have this lounge area, absolutely I could fit, possibly even 3 total cars in here, which I don't have any plans of doing right now. But I just kind of threw up on the walls stuff I already had, a lot of license plates and just some, signs and stuff like that. I do want to get kind of a small chest toolbox for right here, and I think that'll be very useful. The actual workbench used to be under this window, and so it was kind of centered with these 2 outlets, but it was just better to push it off. A little bit of junk still left in here I need to kind of do something with, but I think this will look much better painted, but that's kind of down the road because it's a lot of work. I don't have a sprayer, and so I would have to kind of roll and paint everything, or I guess I could buy a sprayer. But right now, this is a great place for the Miata to live, and the floor is actually in really good shape. A couple little stains here and there. This was a woodworking shop, for many years. It actually has tons of electrical outlets everywhere. Everything is switched. It even has 220 over here for when I buy my Nissan Leaf. I can actually charge it at night. No, just kidding. I said it's 15 by 30, so it's actually a really good size. Plenty of room in here. And I may end up putting the Mustang in here. I'm not sure. I've been kind of toying around the idea of putting this in the main garage with the Prelude, and then maybe bringing the Mustang out here, since the 89 and the 90 cars should go together, and the 2003 can have this space. But it's definitely an ongoing project for sure. I love this back area. This is my favorite part, just kind of hanging out back here. And like I said, had the rug already, and obviously I bought some paint and these curtains. Without those, the sun was just blazing through all these windows, and it was 100 degrees in here, so this makes a huge difference. But so does having the ceiling fan. There was this kind of ridiculous floor to ceiling storage thing that was right here. It was blocking half the window. It was awful. It was in a silly area, but it was a macadamia drying rack, because this property has a lot of macadamia trees. So let me know if this is something you want to see more of. I am happy to make these videos. Haven't made any videos in a while. I'm kind of unmotivated, burned out. Still have plenty of car projects going on, and I'm still doing plenty of car things, but I guess maybe let me know what you want to see. But I definitely wanted to make this video. See, this thing is actually pretty good size. And as far as the relationship to the driveway, I'll show you. This area is all gravelled out here, and it did have this kind of curb, which I ended up pulling out, getting more gravel, and so it's a nice transition up here. Just kind of back out, go through these gates. I don't let the dogs back here. These double gates open up, and there's the main driveway, and there's the main house. So did a lot of work on this. I ended up painting the outside trim all the way around. And, this building is 40 years old, like the house was built in 1982, so definitely not new, but got it from the original owners. So let me know if you have any questions or if you want to see anything else. I'm definitely not done with this, and I can post update videos, but I guess for right now, that'll do it. So until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside pride won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can't and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse.